Hey guys, Doug, D Music Reviews here with another review. This time, kind of special one because it was actually a request from somebody to review some of their material, some of their songs, and so I'm more than happy to do so. Sorry if this album is a bit downbeat. I'm not in the best of moods at the moment. Am I ever? But I'm going to do it anyway. And this music kind of fits the scene. The music is from a one-man band called Amore, whose band member is called Chris. He's the guy who came to me and requested it. Thank you, Chris. And the tracks he wants me to review are 3 tracks he has on his YouTube, which I'll link below. Which are it's basically a taster for an upcoming album that should be coming out in a couple of weeks, hopefully, which is called Subscribers to Death. Now, it's really hard to classify what sort of genre Night's Amore is. It's alternative, it's ambient, it's atmospheric, it's dark, it's almost depressing. So I'm going to classify it as dark, atmospheric metal, basically. Although that, Chris will probably disagree with that, but I don't know. But basically, Night's Amore, as far as I can tell, has only been around for about a year, but he's already signed. Chris has already been signed to a label, an upcoming label in Europe called what's it called? It's called Immortal Frost Productions, which I'll also link below. Basically, the music, you can really tell it immediately sets the scene that it's basically sort of dark, it's depressing, the titles, and also there are no lyrics in this music except for little samples and clips that he's put in. He's mainly just an instrumentalist and just puts in samples of what people are saying. They almost sound like they're coming from movies or something. It's basically depressing, it's about suicide, about death, and he's also put on melancholy, although I can't really see that because I don't know what melancholy is. But I'll read into it and I'll see if I can get some signs of that. But basically, the 3 tracks that I've listened to, one is called The Depressing Years, which is track 2 on his upcoming album. The other one is called We of the Suffering Kind, which is the opening track, and another one called When a Child Decides to Die, which is track 6 from his upcoming album. And it really, like I was saying earlier, it's hard to sort of classify this into a genre because there's quite a lot going on. Well, not exactly quite a lot going on, but you just can't really place it. There's a different mix of stuff in this. For instance, I first listened to The Depressing Years, which sounds like it has a woman crying. I can't really hear what she's saying, but it's generally, I'm guessing, about depression and suicide. And the music really fits that scene. You can tell straight away that is what it's talking about, and that's what the songs are about. And you can do that for all of them. For instance, When a Child Decides to Die, it's actually just got a child talking about dying. I think I can quote it, but I might not quote it correctly. The child says halfway through it, or basically, the clips and the samples he uses are repeated. But in this one, he's saying, the kid's saying, why does it matter if it happens tomorrow or in 80 years? I'm going to die. And so it's really sort of almost sad music. It sort of dulls your mood a little bit, or it would for most. For me, I kind of find it, I don't know, I find it almost comforting. I'm pretty depressed at the moment, but I mean, it's sort of music that you can connect to. This music lets you know that other people sort of can feel that way and pretty much know what you're going through almost. So this music is actually quite comforting. To an extent, depending on what your mood is. Some might find it horrible and depressing and will, try and taint it with holy water, Andrew. But, I mean, the music, in my opinion, is very good. Chris, the instrumentalist, the person who does all the music on this, is really quite talented. He knows what he's doing with his guitar. You can hear some acoustic, you can hear sort of keyboard effects in the background, you can hear piano. And it all really blends together so well. The weird thing about it is you can actually just sit here and you can relax. It's actually quite relaxing music. It's not heavy in any sort of way. It's really quite soft and it just flows along. And it's really good. It's really good to listen to. It's calming, it's just relaxing, it puts you in a relaxed mood, and it's just really, really good to listen to. I really recommend you try it out. I can't actually wait for the next album. I think he's got a lot of potential from what he's shown. And I think that some people who find this, if they are depressed or if they're thinking about suicide, you know, this music will really help and comfort them, because they'll know that other people have the exact same sort of thoughts. Although Chris himself doesn't have the thoughts, he just sort of makes music about it. He's actually put a little sort of disclaimer on his page that just says, you know, I in no way promote suicide or anything like that. He's given sort of an explanation for people who maybe think like that on why not to do it, basically. So that's a really cool thing for him to do. But basically, I can't really say too much more about this music. I'm not very familiar with this type of music and the sounds that are created, and so it's something that I'm definitely going to explore a lot more into. But basically, check it out. You might like it, you might not. It depends on how your mood is. You know, it's very atmospheric, so it will depend on your mood and how you're feeling at the time. Basically, I think Chris, who's the only guy in Nights Amore, he has a lot of potential, and I think he can really do quite a lot in the future. Also, a little interesting thing to note is, I think it was during the opening to We of the Suffering Kind, I sort of almost heard a guitar line like you would find in Silencer's, what's it called? Jesse would be able to tell me, it's the one he keeps on showing me. Puerile Nails and Thunder Bells. I think I said that right. So I don't know if he sampled it from that or he gets some sort of inspiration from Silencer. God knows how anybody can. But it's just a little interesting thing that I found. But anyway, most people probably won't know who the fuck Silencer is. But anyway, yeah, please check it out, because, like I said, you might like it, you might not, but at least give it a try. I think Nights Amore and Chris have got quite a good future. I think he can create a lot of good stuff, and he can go on to bigger and better things. So yeah, thanks for watching the review. If I can get my hands on the album that he's got coming out, then I'll definitely get it and review it. I'm really hoping to get my hands on it. Anybody who's looking to maybe buy it, it's shipped out from Sweden, I think, so you might have to pay quite a high shipping rate depending on where you live. But you can decide for yourself whether you want to get it or not. Just please listen to the tracks, which I'll link below. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review. I know I didn't. And I'll see you guys next time.